the Mikisew Cree see oil sands exploitation as a direct threat to their way of life.
As Indigenous people, all we're trying to protect is land and the water that is very sacred to us and has been very much a part of our being able to carry out a subsistence lifestyle. And we want to see that for generations to come.
But many in Alberta would prefer to ignore the negative impacts of extracting oil from sand, particularly those living in Fort McMurray, a booming town of 70,000 residents. Oil patch jobs are plentiful here, and most everyone owns a big house and drives a big pickup truck. Terry Derham took a job with one of the oil companies.
I think majority of people that are permanent resident here, they are pretty happy with oil sand development. The thing is that everybody is gaining because more development comes here, the higher the real estate go.
Salaries for jobs in the oil industry are the magnet drawing people to Fort McMurray.
You know, mechanics and stuff making upwards of $78 to $80 an hour, you know, and it's crazy. Like salaries like $100,000 a year just to, you know, drive a forklift. I think more or less about the money aspect of it. They don't necessarily think about the environmental damage.
The fact that the damage already at 1.5 million barrels a day can be seen from the moon, I think gives people an indication that this is an incredibly large landscape impact.
Diana Gibson is the research director of the Parkland Institute, an environmental advocacy group in Alberta. She is a key player in a coalition of environmentalists, citizens, and Native Indians seeking to stop the oil sands project.
What we're going to be having is incredible destruction of very, very valuable ecosystems and permanent pollution.
In fact, extracting fuel from the oil sands requires massive clear-cutting of forests, strip mining the land, and digging up 2 tons of soil for every barrel of oil produced. To separate the oil from the sand, great quantities of water are needed, much of which is polluted and lies in vast tailing ponds the size of lakes. Combined, they cover 55 square kilometers.
There are metals and contaminants in that water that aren't being removed, and there's no requirement to clean that water up.
The process also requires burning natural gas, about 1 barrel for every 2 barrels of oil retrieved, generating large quantities of greenhouse gases regulated by the Kyoto Treaty.
We will be well in excess of our Kyoto requirements, I think 44% over them. The fastest growing sector of emissions in Canada is the oil extraction sector.
As the pace of the oil sands development accelerates, pressure is mounting on the Alberta government to ensure the environment is protected. Jay Nagendran is a spokesman for the government's Ministry of the Environment.
Our legislation, if you look at it Canada-wide, US-wide, or the worldwide, is some of the most progressive. We have public input, we have appeal processes, we have environmental impact assessments.